What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news, some more news concerning Carl the Cobra Froch. Get this. Carl says Anthony Joshua has no real legacy and isn't an all-time great. Carl Froch makes some brutal comments on the career of Anthony Joshua, saying the former unified champion has no real legacy in boxing. Damn. He says Joshua doesn't need to retire, but I would say that AJ is past his best, and on the slide, I don't know if I don't know where his motivation is now. It can't be money. He says it is, but he's made a fortune. So when you've earned so much, how much do you need? AJ has had a fantastic career financially, but maybe it niggles him that he's probably got no real legacy. He's not in the Hall of Fame, unlike the Cobra. Okay. He said not to have a dig at him, but you have to look at yourself as a fighter and ask, why am I in the game? Am I in the game to make a lot of fortune? Of course. I am if I can do it and be one of the lucky ones, one of the few to get out of the game financially free with their health intact, and he's done that. But he's not going down as an all-time great with the fights he's had, losing to Ruiz and back-to-back defeats with Usyk. What's he fighting for? He said money, but money is not motivation when you're fighting. Trust me, you don't think about money when you're walking into the ring. If you do, that's a bad attitude, and you don't perform. You perform from wanting to be world champion and wanting to perform for yourself and fans to get a legacy, to be a Hall of Famer. You have to be in love with the sport. Let me counterpunch. You know what this is? I'm going to tell you exactly what this is. This is Carl Froch basing his accomplishments on a current fighter as of right now. You do not get in the Hall of Fame without retiring. Okay? All-time great, same thing. AJ is nowhere near even speaking or critiquing about him being in the Hall of Fame for one and an all-time great for two. You know what I mean? Now him saying, "Oh well, he's past his best and he's on the slide down in or whatever." That's one thing, but to say, "Well, hey, he'll never be like this, like me." Why are you comparing your career, a finished complete career, against a fighter that's still fighting to this day? You know why Cobra's doing that? Cobra is doing that simply because AJ, while in his present fighting career, has trumped things that he's done, and he's pissed about it. He's pissed off. This sounds like a scorned, bitter person. Okay? I mean bitter, bro. Bitter person in Carl Froch. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's made a lot of money. Yeah, he can get away, and he's one of the lucky ones. He has that intact, but he won't be like the Cobra. Why are you comparing yourself? Why do you feel you need to compare yourself to AJ? Because that's all we're seeing. Not like the Cobra. Like, okay, you're just as bad. Am I getting the British UK version of Floyd Money Mayweather here? Because that's what it seems like. It's like, and I haven't I haven't really listened to Mayweather lately, but I haven't seen a fighter besides AJ. Now I'm looking at Carl that has to include himself in every possible category talking about someone else. Sure, I know he's a commentator, but at some point you have to be from the outside looking in. Stop looking from, hey, if this was me, I'm this guy. Because what you're doing, you're comparing your career to AJ's, and people can clearly see it. AJ's career is not over. He may have 3 or 4 years left, and Carl just got inducted. You know what I mean? Like, so good. I'm glad you got something over AJ. Congratulations. But to mention that, it shows you that That Wembley shit is really bothering Froch. But here's the deal. AJ, he broke the record from Froch, but that doesn't stop him from being mad because, you know, he was the last one to break. Well, not even the last. He was the first one to break it. Tyson Fury and Dillian White broke it last year in April, right? A little bit over a year ago. 94,000. So, you know, you don't see AJ talking about, oh, man, yeah, this, that, and the other. Well, you know, you don't see that bitterness, but you see it in Carl Froch. You know, and it's sad how you have these fighters that they have to be or have to find themselves relevant just to talk down on other fighters. You know what I mean? Here's the proper thing to do for Carl. If Carl really gave a shit about Anthony Joshua's career, which I don't think he does, you know, I think he should wait until AJ's career is over. You know what I mean? And then start talking about all-time great and Hall of Fame. Because when you're talking about those factors, a fighter in return has to be already complete and retired first. Then you can make that assessment clearly. But until then, you can't make that. And him making and comparing himself to AJ now is absolute petty and absurd. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Carl Froch saying that AJ has no real legacy, like Klitschko wasn't a legacy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Being unified champion from 3 different champions wasn't a legacy. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!